that goes around in Kenya. But there are more that unites us than divides us, honestly.
Absolutely, I like that. Kader Awais Hirsi. He says, watching you live in Eastleigh, we're proud of you. You are our voice. Keep the hard work, bro.
Well, what can I say?
They're watching you, man.
I love it.
Eastleigh, they're watching nothing else tonight.
Absolutely.
All TVs are tuned in.
They're all here. Half of them.
And then Garissa.
Garissa as well.
Mandera.
But Jeff, what I want to say is we have some problems in terms of governance in this country, especially the county government. There was a report that I just, there was a trending topic about a hospital in Wajir South, Habaswein, whereby the electricity was, there's no electricity because of 35,000 shillings bill. Can you imagine? Ushenzi. That Njiru.
Yeah, Ken Njiru.
Ken Njiru. I love that guy. I love that guy.
He's great.
He's Ungwana.
100%.
He's a brilliant guy. And we need more Ken Njirus in this country. Imagine 35,000 shillings. People are using mobile phones as a torch. Women are being delivered on the floors of hospital without care. And it's a county, devolved government. With in Northeastern Province, what makes me mad is this, Jeff, for a minute. We cried for so long about marginalization in Northeastern Kenya. We said, serikali imetutupa, they don't care about us. But now you've been given devolved funds, billions of shillings, to run your own affairs. And you've got such stupidity happening.
In the 21st century?
In the 21st century.
What's your excuse?
Corruption.
What's your excuse?
No excuse, none whatsoever. It's impunity, it's corruption. It cannot go on. People are looting county governments, left, right, center. Devolved governments. What excuse will we have now? We can't say we're marginalized? No. Because your brother Mohammed is the CEC, your brother Abdi is the county governor, your brother is a senator. Don't blame us. We've given you money.
That's sad.
Very
sad. You must be very proud of the First Lady's Beyond Zero campaign.
She is, I must celebrate the First Lady. She is doing a brilliant job.
You mentioned Mandera, Garissa, Wajir. I mean, she's up there, man.
She was in Mandera a few months ago.
Great.
Launching, Beyond Zero campaign. First Lady, if she's watching, I salute you. She is doing a brilliant job.
Yeah.
And also the president and the deputy president and the government are doing their level best. These guys are human beings. They need our help. Like the president was crying out for help the other day in his New Year's speech. He said, if there is anybody out there who has a brilliant idea, please come forward. Let us come and work together for the betterment of our country.
Yeah.
Uhuru Kenyatta is working tirelessly to change things. He's in Mombasa for the last 3 weeks, launching program after program.
And people are complaining that he's there too long.
See? And the other day they were complaining he's out of the country for too long. Now that he's in the country.
He's in Mombasa, it's too long. Lakini Pwani si Kenya au?
Pwani Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Patricia says, Ahmed, good and ambitious. The change that Kenya wants. Man of the people, for the people. Keep pushing fearlessly. Eastleigh needs you.
And I need people like them to support me and support other people. I don't do this on my own, even though my initiatives, I run up and down. There are some guys who are here, some of them activists, youth leaders, like this, when Garissa University was attacked, there's these guys who work tirelessly for it to be opened. Thanks to, again, majority leader who's the Garissa Township, he lobbied for that university to be opened. They're called Northern Advocacy Organization, NAO. Ahmed Kader, who is my colleague, my partner in crime, is doing a brilliant job, tweeting, Facebooking. There are guys who are like Abdurrahman GSA, who is here now, doing stuff in Garissa. There are young pastoralist community organizations in Garissa, for example. There's a friend of mine called Hassan, who is doing a brilliant job. There are guys who want to change this country for the better, and they must be heard.
Yeah. Do you know a guy called Robert Burale?
Fashionista.
He says, great show, bro. This gentleman is inspirational.
Ask him, how do I look tonight?
He's watching. You ask him. He's about to comment right now, I'm sure.
How's that jacket, man?
Yeah. Listen, going forward, You seem so positive about a lot of things you say. You seem very positive. But can other people get something from you? Can you inspire people, or do you get frustrated sometimes when you go home at the end of the day and you say, you know what, I don't need this. I don't need this.
I never went to bed saying that. But the more good you do, it seems, the more negativity you get.
Absolutely.
But that should only inspire someone. That should only inspire us to do better. Because it's one brick at a time. If I want to change Eastleigh for the better, my neighborhood of Eastleigh for the better. And by the way, before I forget, the local member of the county assembly in Eastleigh North, even though he's part of the county government, he's doing a brilliant job. There's a petition that he's doing that says that we refuse to pay taxes in Eastleigh until services are rendered by the county government. But coming back to your question, if we unite together, if we come together as one people, one country, and I keep saying, we do not have a spare country. If we ban our country, you see what's happening in Burundi. We don't want to go down that path.
No, you don't.
Somalia is now recovering after 25 years.
Can you imagine? A whole generation.
A whole generation. There was a guy who came here when the civil war started. He's now a university graduate. So you can imagine, Western.
And it's still a mess in Mogadishu.
And it's still a mess.
Burundi's heading that way.
We do not want to go down that path.
No, you don't.
We don't have a spare country. Let us love each other. We are brothers. Let us be our brothers' keepers.
Yeah.
When Obama came here, he talked about brilliant ideas, and people were all over the place. Why don't we listen to ourselves? There's this issue of Magufuli doing brilliant things in
and
Tanzania.
we're praising him in Kenya.
Yeah, but that's what surprised me. Why don't you do something as a Kenyan? Why don't you be the Magufuli of Kenya?
Yeah.
When you see a broken window, why don't you fix it? When there's a garbage, why don't you take a litter and put it in a bin? And that reminds me, Eastleigh, the problem with garbage problem, the issue with the garbage problem is exacerbated by lack of skips, alternatives. There's no alternative. When you have some garbage to throw, there's nowhere. And that's why I kept saying to Kidero, give us an alternative. Give us skips and bins so that we can put our garbage there, so that your trucks can come. You know, Mombasa, what they're doing, there's trucks.
Yeah.
People put trucks there.
Yeah.
When they're filled, they're
Boom.
taken away.
There's none of that in Eastleigh.
We can do that.
You should start your own private. I keep saying, I mean, there's got to be a way. There's got to
Give
be
me
a
a
way.
license, man.
Huh? Okay. Listen to this. Mr. Koinange, MCA Ado here. He says, good show, but don't give him my job.
You know what? When I'm
Ado?
Ado is a good friend of mine, a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the streets of Eastleigh, people call me Mheshimiwa already. So I'm not after your job.
Yeah. You know,
Mheshimiwa means honorable.
Yes.
In English,
Yes.
right? And when you do the honorable thing, people realize that you're doing something. You don't have to be elected to make a change.
I like that.
If I walk down the street, they call me Mheshimiwa Ahmed, how are you? And I cannot walk. You must have seen that.
Hey.
I can't walk 3 steps without being stopped by someone with an issue.
Not only that, if anyone ever wants to go to Eastleigh, if you're ever interested and you've never been, call Asmali77. Tweet this man. He will walk you downtown.
Thank you. You're a
walk
brilliant
you
guy,
street
man.
after street.
We love you in Eastleigh, man.
Thank you, brother.
There's a free lunch for a year for you somewhere.
Come on.
There's a restaurant that promised that.
Camel meat.
They told me to do that for you.
Camel meat.
Serious.
Okay, here's another one. Joe Itotia, good friend of mine from way back in the day. He says, listen to this. Your guest today reminds me of a jovial, bubbly,